Hey guys, welcome back to Cozy Chats. My name is Jessica, and in today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about my speed dating experience. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna tell you guys how I even got to this point where I decided to go speed dating because I just feel like for our generation, like as a millennial, that is just something that not a lot of people do. How I got to like wanting to even consider doing speed dating is because first of all, I'm tired of the dating apps. Okay. That was like my number one reasoning for why I decided to go speed dating. And just because it's not that this is the thing with the dating apps. It's not that I can't get dates. What it is that the dates are not of quality, right? So like I get dates, but the people are not quality people, unfortunately. I just feel like you can find quality people on dating apps, but you have to sift through like a million of the ones that are not quality before you get to the ones that are. That's how I got to, okay, let me probably sign up. Let me see what speed dating is about. Cuz I just got to a point in my life where I'm just like I'm so tired of swiping left and right on a picture of someone and deciding if this is a person that I want to get to know based off of their picture that I see first, right? I like the idea of meeting somebody organically and in person first instead of on a dating app. And I think that I think dating apps also make people think that they have more options than they actually do. You could actually swipe on somebody that you have a connection with and that you actually like, but then in the back of your mind, you're always like, okay, well, what if the next person could be a better fit for me? Like, what if it's I don't know, what if they're a better match? And so you stop talking to that person to keep on swiping until you find a better person. But the thing is that you'll never find a better person because if you think of it that way, there's always going to be somebody better. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just like over dating apps. I've deleted all of them. And I'm like, from now on, I'm going to position myself in places where I can meet people organically. And so that is how I got into speed dating because I'm like, first of all, I'm an introvert. So even going out is just like, yeah. I have to purposely position myself for now until I can figure out, different places to go or whatever. Anyway, so I ended up looking up like speed dating events near me. And actually, there was one that I signed up for before I signed up for this one that I went to the other day. And the one I signed up for, they have like an 8-minute speed dating that they do. But I think I accidentally signed up for like a mixer. It was like a singles mixer or a singers mingle or something like that. But I also noticed from like the pictures on their Instagram page, everybody was old. I kept looking and looking like, okay, like I'll go to this one if I see some younger people, but like every picture was of old people. And I'm like, if I get to the speed dating event and there's nothing but old people, so I had already paid for it. And so I emailed her and I asked her if I could just, get a refund because I thought I just said it. I thought it was, basically, I signed up for the wrong event. I signed up for the mixer and I was trying to sign up for the 8-minute speed dating. So when I asked her for the refund, I really did want a refund because I wasn't trying to go to a mixer where, she was like, if you decide to come to the mixer, like we do icebreakers and you mingle and I'm like, I don't want to do that for my first time. Like I want to do the organized like speed dating. And so she gave me a refund and I went searching again for speed dating events because they weren't going to have like an 8-minute dating one for a long time. And then I also noticed it was a bunch of old people. So I was like, okay, no. I ended up finding this other speed dating group. And this one looked a little bit more like my thing, right? It looked like it was. So this one is also based in New Jersey. They recommend only people from New Jersey to sign up for it. And so yeah, this one I saw people of different ages like leaving reviews on it, and they don't really have pictures for this one. So I was kind of just going based off of the website. The website looked more modern, whereas the other one that I signed up for, that one looked like old school. So like I could tell like the difference in it, and I felt comfortable with this one. I felt like I wouldn't regret this one. So I ended up doing this one and I signed up for the one which was on Sunday. It was from 7 to 9 and it was in Morristown, New Jersey. Okay. that first of all, the drive was like an hour and 45 minutes from me because unfortunately they don't do a lot of these kind of things in South Jersey. I feel like the only place I could go to do a speed dating event is in Philly. And I'm sorry, but I hate Philly drivers, okay? They drive like the craziest people in this entire world, and I was not trying to go over to Philly to speed date. And then never mind. So I decided to go to Morristown, New Jersey. So they had it in Morristown, New Jersey. I drove an hour and 45 minutes away. I was so nervous, first of all, because again, I've never been to any of these. I'm such an introvert. And they had sent an email saying that there's going to be 20 men and 19 women. And I was like, 20 what? 20 what? 20 men? And then they also said in the email that for each guy or each like walk around, you would talk to the person for 4 minutes each. So that's 20 guys for 4 minutes each. And I was like, the introvert in me was like full of anxiety. I was like, what? 4 minutes is a long time, okay? That is a long time, especially when you don't know the person. But I was like, okay, whatever. So my entire ride there, I was so nervous. I think I was more so nervous because I wasn't sure what to expect, right? Like, I'm like, Morristown, New Jersey. What's in Morristown, New Jersey? Like, that's North Jersey. Like what kind of people? I didn't know what to expect. I had to park in a parking garage, which is wild. It was kind of like city like up there, which is crazy, but only like that little part that I went to. So, but it was such an easy drive. It was just like a straight drive there, whatever. I parked in the parking garage. So I was walking into the event. It was such a nice little town. It was so like cute, and I was kind of worried at first because I had to walk like 2 minutes away, like 2 minutes from the parking garage to the event. So I was kind of worried about it, but it was actually very nice, and I felt pretty safe. Like even though I had to walk through like it was like two really big buildings, and then I had to walk through to get to the main street to get to the event, like I felt really safe, like it was fine. So I finally made it to the event, and at first I was kind of lost because in order to get into the bar you have to go through this restaurant. And I remember I had emailed them and asked them how to get to the bar because I was so confused from the Google map, because I'm such a weirdo. Like I have to plan out where I'm going and how I'm getting there and how it's gonna happen. And so I literally was doing like the 3D Google map to figure out how I was gonna get from the parking garage to the place, and I was just confused on the map on like how to get to the bar. And so she did say you had to go through the restaurant, and the bar was inside of the restaurant, which it didn't look like that on the Google map. I got to the restaurant, and I don't know, I still was confused. But then I saw a girl who was also attending the speed dating. She looked confused too, so I stopped at the door and I was like, are you? She kind of knew where to go, so I just followed her. We went into the speed dating. And it was a lot of people, okay? First of all, it was a lot of people. I was surprised. But the event was very spacious, so I didn't feel like cluttered, because that's one thing about me is like I don't mind being around a lot of people, but if we're all super close together, like that freaks me out. It wasn't like that. It was actually very spaced out, and it was really nice. It was like a nice small bar, so I really liked it. It was a lot of people. We went in, we had to sign in, and so we stood in this line, just waiting to get our name tags. I actually still have my name tag, which the name tag took like forever to get off of the little whatever it was that it was stuck on. It's like a sticker, but everybody was literally struggling to get the name tag. And so this was my name tag, Jessica S. They don't tell anybody your last name, so you just put Jessica and S. And so got my name tag. We got like a little piece of paper that they said that when you're talking to people, they want you to write the people's, I'm not going to show you guys the names, but you have to write the person's first name and their last initial, and then like write like, you can put like a check next to them if you like them, or just don't put anything next to them if you didn't like them. And then they said to like write notes about the person so you remember who it is that you talked to. And I didn't do that, and I should have done that, because by the end of the night, everybody's face blended into one. There was so many people I talked to. It was, I don't even know how to explain it. But like literally by the end of the night, I was trying to figure out, okay, everybody's face just blended in. And I was like, who said that? Who said their birthday was this? Who said this? And I was just like, I don't remember who said what. I did put stars next to the people that I liked, which was only 3 people out of 20. Okay, and we'll get into that. Okay, it was only 3 people out of 20, and even those 3 people, it's not that I honestly wasn't attracted to anybody there, but the conversation was okay. I'm not gonna even say the conversation was good, but it was okay. So I put a star next to their name, not really caring. You know what I mean? Like, I just did it just because I was like, I don't even know. Like, we sat down and finally they rung this bell and they were like, okay, everybody, separate all the girls. So how it went is that all the girls sat at the table or sat wherever you were told to sit. And when everybody would switch, the guys would walk around and the girls just sat. So I liked that. I liked that I didn't have to move around. I liked that the guys had to come to me. So I really liked that. So they ended up putting me at the bar because since there was one extra guy, like there was gonna be one run where a girl sat by herself for like a couple minutes. So I sat by myself for the first round, which I was fine with that because I was just like, whatever. And so then it started, okay? So first of all, when I first got there, I was trying to like scope the room to try to see who was there, but I wasn't trying to do it like in a noticeable way. You know what I mean? Because I didn't I kind of wanted to be surprised when the guys walked up to me. So I kind of looked really quick and I saw some people and I was not I was just like, okay, like we're just gonna do it. The first guy walked up to me. Honestly, I don't even remember who it was. Like it was so many guys there, okay? But one thing I can say about this event is that it was not diverse, okay? I swear it was not diverse. I'm not gonna even say just know that it wasn't diverse. It was literally the girl that I met when I got to the front of the building, she was black. So it was just me and her. It was just not diverse, okay? So just me and her. Everybody else was, they were what everybody else was. So the first guy, I'm trying to remember. All I remember is that it was awkward, okay? I'm gonna just say this. I don't think all speed dating events are bad, okay? This one in particular was just very awkward. If I could give one word for the speed dating event, it was very awkward. All of the guys that I talked to besides one were very awkward. And not in a mean way, but in a way that you could tell that this was kind of helping them with their social skills, like when it comes to dating. And I mean that not a bad way. Like everybody I talked to were such nice guys. Like, and like I literally engaged with everybody. Even though I wasn't attracted to anybody, I engaged with everybody in a way that made them feel seen, made them feel heard, they felt heard. And like there was one guy we were talking about he started talking about video games, and like I'm not a huge video game person. Like I like to play The Sims, and I told him that like I like to play The Sims. I'm a cozy gamer, like Dreamlight Valley, stuff like that. But he was more into like strategy games, and like I feel like I was like I don't really know any of that, but like I asked him, I was like, okay, like what got you into like why do you like those games? Like I really tried to engage with people even though I wasn't attracted to them. I still like in a way took this as like me working on my social skills. I think I did take that from this, is that it helped me to be able to even to be able to communicate with people even if I'm not attracted to them, even if you know what I mean, like to just my social skills. It helped me with my communication skills, whatever. So one of the guys, I'm gonna just talk about the guy who I knew immediately when he sat down. I was like, nope, you're not it, you're not a match. Okay, so they sat me at the bar because everybody else were at tables, but because I was the girl who sat by myself for the first like minute, they put me at the bar, which was really nice because I did get one drink, but it was just nice to be sitting at the bar. It was away from everybody else, so nobody else could hear my conversation. I was since I was sitting at the bar, like you could face like forward, right? So he comes, he says hi. I say hi. I greeted everybody when they came up to me. And he sits down and he sits facing the bar, okay? I'm sitting next to him. Okay, say I'm sitting next to him and I'm facing him. Like while like I turned my body away from the bar to face him, and he literally is just facing the bar. Immediately I was like, it's a no. That just kind of was just like, no. He sat down, he was drinking a beer, whatever. So we're talking, and the whole time he's talking this way, and I'm facing him. So I'm like, we're talking, like, he was really nice and we were talking, but I think it was just the fact of like, guy, hey guy, I'm over here. And then when he would talk to me, instead of looking at me, he would put his head like this, because I guess he couldn't hear me, so he would try to like put his ear to hear me. I'm like, why don't you just look at me? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now. I immediately knew I was gonna just say no to him, so I kind of just like kept the conversation going, just because I wasn't trying to sit there for 4 minutes and be awkward. And so he left. I was like, I told everybody it was nice meeting you. Get the hell up out of here, guy. Because it was so annoying. I was like, why are you facing this way? I'm over here. Okay, so the next guy, this guy was really nice. I automatically knew, like I said, I wasn't really attracted to anybody. So I knew immediately, like, I was like, we're just gonna talk for 4 minutes. And so he was really nice. We talked about dating apps and how, he was telling me how as a guy, like he goes on the dating apps and like it's like a desert, like he gets no likes and stuff. So he wanted to try speed dating, because he feels like, when you meet somebody in person, like it's not all about looks at first, which I'm not gonna lie. For me, I have to be attracted to you upon meeting you. Like when I first see you, I have to say he's cute or something. If I don't say that, I automatically know the conversation's just gonna be a conversation. Like if I don't feel something, if I don't be like, okay, he's cute eyes, a cute smile, I like his outfit. Like if it's nothing, attraction means something to me. So, but he's like, that's how he felt, and I respect that. Like, so he felt like it was his first time coming to the speed dating. He was so nice, but I wasn't attracted to him, but he was really nice, and we just talked about dating apps the entire 4 minutes. And so then he left, shook my hand, and said, nice meeting you, and he went on his way. So the next guy, this guy was a guy that I wasn't attracted to at first because he was bald. But he, once we started talking, I found myself like getting lost in the conversation because we had something in common, like with he's like a teacher. He's a teacher at like an aquarium or something like that. No, he teaches, I don't know, something like that. But because I used to work in a daycare center, I kind of related to that. So we kind of talked about that. We talked about kids, and yeah, I found myself getting lost in the conversation with him. And then he was wearing like this gold chain that I thought was cute. So like I think also that since that caught my attention, and I was like, okay, that looks a little attractive, the conversation, I kind of got lost in the conversation. So he was one of the guys that I did check off on my list. So then yeah, there was another guy. Okay, so this guy, I kind of got lost in the conversation as well, but he kind of like, I don't know. Then I kind of got lost. He asked me what I did for work. I told him I was I worked in HR, in recruitment, blah, blah, blah. And so then I asked him what he did, just to keep the conversation going. He talked the entire 3 minutes. And the whole time I'm just looking at him like, okay. I was just like, I don't even remember. I cannot tell you what he does, because I just kind of zoned out. When he was done, I was like, oh, wow, yeah, I only told you, like, the basics of what I do, and you really went into depth. And he was like, yeah, it just means I like what I do. And I was like, yeah, you do. And he kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because we were talking about, like, he asked me if I got a degree, and I told him where I went to school. And then he started talking about, like, online, like, people getting online degrees for their masters. Basically, he was making fun of people who get their masters online, okay? And I was just like, he was very preppy. Like, if you can imagine a preppy person, like, he was very preppy. He was wearing a suit. It was a nice suit, and he actually had a nice smile. But I think because he was coming off very like I could tell he was like from a wealthy family, if that makes sense, because that's how he was speaking. Like, he was wearing a suit. His job was very prestigious. Okay, I think that's why he was talking about it so much. He started making fun of people who get their masters online, and I was just like, I was like, okay, you lost me. So then, honestly, like, I can just honestly say, because I'm not trying to be mean about anybody, but literally everybody else was just awkward, and you could tell that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna put on a screen the outfit that I wore. But yeah, if I put it on the screen, you'll see it somewhere on the screen, the outfit that I wore to the event. And I was just like very like nice looking. I was very like dressed up. They were looking at me like, why are you here? And I was looking at them like, why am I here? But honestly, I don't think all speed dating events are like that, the one that I went to. There's one called In Real Life that they do in New York, and they're so diverse. Oh my God. You look it up. That's the one I want to go to, but the thing that's stopping me is I do not want to drive to New York. And they do speed dating events, and it's so diverse. I'm like, that is my scene. And they only do it for 25 to 37-year-olds, which is like perfect. But they are in New York, and I don't want to drive to New York. And so I did write to them and like ask them if they can like do it in South Jersey. Just because I don't want to drive to New York, but I really want to go to that one. That is more, I feel like that I would have more fun at. Like, not that I didn't have fun at this one, but I feel like I would have more of a vibe at that one. Like, the one that I went to, it was just not my people. Like, they were not my type, and I was not their type. That's how it was coming off. Like, and I kind of just took it as like, it was my first time going to one. Now I know what they're like. And now I know what to expect. And so I do want to go to more. I want to do more like research on the kind of people that go there. I want to look into like Christian speed dating ones. I was going to actually reach out to my church and see if they could do like a speed dating event. So yeah, but I'm going to look into like Christian speed dating events. I really want to go to this one in New York, but I just don't want to drive there. And I'm not taking nobody's subway or nobody's train. I really want to go to that one. But yeah, overall, it was such a fun experience. So what they do with how you find out who you match with is they'll email you a login, and I did get matches. No, the guys I did not put stars next to are the guys I matched with. I thought it was so cute that the guys that I did not that I didn't want to match with matched like wanted me, because I really did make those guys, even though I wasn't attracted to them, and even though I really, was just like, I still talked to them as if still engaged in conversation with them. And so I thought it was really like awesome that, they felt that and they matched with me. So yeah, and then yeah, so I'll put like a screenshot of how they show you who you match with or whatever. I might do that. I don't know yet. But yeah, and then this paper has all the names of the people that I like matched with, and I put stars next to 3 of them. And yeah. One of the guys was the preppy guy, just because even though he kind of lost me at the end, like majority of the conversation we were laughing, and like every time I laughed, like he would like look at me like, I don't know, it was like he was shocked that I was laughing. That's when I say these guys are awkward, that's what I mean. It's like they were shocked that I was like engaging in a conversation with them. That's what I mean by awkward. Like the one guy, he was like, wow, you're so vibrant. I was like, what does that mean? So yeah, it was such a fun experience, and I would do it again, but I don't know if I would go back to that specific area. They do some more like closer here, but it's not South Jersey. And I feel like if they did it in South Jersey, it would be more diverse, but because I went more north, it just wasn't hitting the way that I thought it would. So yeah, that is my speed dating story time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified of more of my videos. I also hope you guys like this setup. I really like this setup. It's different than what I was doing, and yeah. We'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.